Good evening, YouTube. This is Nate, your Oklahoma dude here, and welcome to my very first broadcast. I'm going to apologize ahead of time. Simply, I'm testing a lot of equipment, so if this comes out looking weird, please let me know. Any comments, really helpful. So today, we are going to be looking at a beer, a hot sauce, news in rock and metal, some science news, and like to close things up with an interesting quote. So this is going to be the general format for most of our broadcasts. And if you have any suggestions on how to improve this experience, or if you have any beers or hot sauces you would like me to try, let me know. All right, and before we get started, please, if you do enjoy this, hit the like and subscribe button. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So today's beer is going to be the Left Hand Sawtooth Ale. It's a nice amber, not particularly strong. If I remember right, it's only like 5.5%, 5.3%. But I've had it a couple times, and I honestly find it rather enjoyable. So let's go ahead and crack this bad boy open. There on the top, I love whenever they customize their bottle tops. All right. And of course, I'm particularly fond normally of stouts and dark beers, but it is 97 degrees outside, so I should probably enjoy something a little bit lighter. Yeah, that looks nice. Look at that coloring. That is just absolutely amazing. Got in my nice Fallout glass, naturally, courtesy of an old friend of mine. All right. The great thing I really like about this beer is when you drink it, the first thing you taste are the hops. But afterwards, it levels out and the malt kind of takes over and balances the whole thing out. Trust me, this is a very enjoyable beer if you give it a chance. And of course, courtesy of Left Hand out of Colorado. I'm always a big fan of supporting craft beer. I think those main domestics, they have too much control over the market, and the quality is just bad. Let's be honest. So I'm going to continue sipping on that as we move forward. So today in history, fun little fact. 1927, Charles Lindbergh did his first flight over the Atlantic. Now, of course, very, very record setting. This paved the way for aviation all across the world. And it's probably the reason why you can, gladly jump on board a plane and be beat up by United. We're thinking about you. So, but another thing about it is that if you look in, there were so many things that could have gone wrong that to this day a lot of historians still say it was a miracle he made it. Also, there were no bathrooms on board the planes, so let's take a moment of silence for how much he had to suffer to get us in forward progress. So, you gotta love that kind of stuff, And many people would later do their iterations of it. There was a plane across the Pacific, went from, I want to say, Seattle, Washington to Misawa, Japan. And, all of them going off Lindbergh's model. Amelia Earhart, which still trying to figure out where she landed. they think they may have found her bones somewhere, but the testing came back inconclusive on that. But yeah, very interesting. Today in history, 1927, folks. All right. In other news, and ignore me if you see me turning to the side. I'm looking at my notes. I'm new to this, can't quite keep it in the old noggin. But in today's another thing that's going on today in rock and metal news, As I Lay Dying is back. Now, this is a very interesting story because not sure if you recognize who they may be. Maybe you don't listen to rock or metal. Maybe you just listen to what's on the radio, But they were a Christian metal band back in the day. I caught a show or two of theirs back when I was living in Amarillo, but they had a sudden hiatus when their lead singer hired a hitman to kill his wife. Now, naturally, that put a little bit of a stopper on things for a while, but they finally are back on tour with the main lineup still. Anyway, so a lot of people were outraged because they feel like he should not be putting himself back out there. Because naturally, for some reason, they feel like he's not a good representation of metal. Now, I'm going to be honest with y'all, right here, right now. That minority is full of shit. In fact, if you go onto any metal forum, if you go onto any meme page regarding metal, 9 times out of 10, you'll see Varg. Now, he was well known, and his band in particular, for burning down churches, murder. Yeah, you gotta love that, right? And the same people who, think that was funny are wanting to criticize him for, coming out and trying to make music again. Well, go to hell. If you're going to hate someone, hate them because their music's bad. And let's be honest, As I Lay Dying isn't even the best Christian metal band. So, that's my personal opinion on that. Hate it, disagree with me, go ahead and throw it in the comments. Might not read them, but at least you can get your opinion out there. So, now, in science news, so Kilauea, the ever-going volcano, you gotta love it. It never stops. Well, so far it has ejected. I almost say ejaculated. Well, I mean, Mother Nature's getting back at us finally, I guess. But anyway, Kilauea has ejected 113 million cubic meters of lava. Now, that may not seem like a lot. Actually, that seems like a fuck ton. But fortunately, it's all very slow. There's the scientists are still anticipating that maybe it'll ramp up again. But so far, it's going steady, and there are no signs of stopping. Now, my condolences go out to anyone living in Hawaii. I know here in Oklahoma, we have to worry about earthquakes. I know, weird. Tornadoes, of course, though I look forward to tornadoes mainly because I enjoy chasing them. Darwinist Award. Can't wait to receive it. But so I'm saying this, you can outpace this lava by walking at a brisk pace. The big tragedy here is how people are reacting to it. We already have individuals shooting at other citizens of Hawaii because they think they're looters. Well, here's the thing. When you are living in a Tommy Lee Jones movie, you know, you need to take a step back and say, hey, do those people look like my neighbors? Because if so, maybe I shouldn't shoot at them. Just a thought. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and start on this next portion. Now, because this is a demo, I don't really feel like cracking open any of the 15 bottles that I purchased of hot sauce. So I'm going to just test out this video with some classic Tabasco. Now, of course, you notice I've got a spoon or, anything to put it on, and that's just mainly because I don't need it. I have been growing ultra hot peppers, ghost peppers, scorpions, Carolina Reapers, and Tabasco just doesn't do it for me anymore, which is mainly why this bottle's full. So, but I will give you my thoughts on it. So, down the hatch. Now, my main grudge against Tabasco, way too much vinegar. Now, I've had, of course, hot sauces that have even more vinegar in them. Case in point, one of my favorites, Magma. Cheers. God, I hate the taste of vinegar. Now, of course, Magma has the added benefit of there is no flavor. It's only heat. But Tabasco, about 5,000 to 8,000 Scoville units. For anyone who doesn't know, Scoville is the heat index for capsaicin products. Capsaicin is, of course, the chemical in peppers that makes them hot. Jalapeno, about 5,000 to 8,000 Scoville. Estimated range depends on when it was picked, conditions, what species of jalapeno, normal stuff. The world's hottest pepper right now is Pepper X at 3.2 million Scoville. Now, Tabasco, I'll put it at a fair range. Feel free to correct me, but I feel it's around 8,000 to 12,000 range. Not really that spicy. It won't burn, But it does add a little something to your food. So feel free to use it. I mean, I do whenever I'm at a restaurant and I forgot to bring my own hot sauce. So, yeah, it's not too bad. Another fun fact, Tabasco, made on Avery Island, right? They've been making it since, this bottle actually doesn't have it. Oh, here we go. 1868, which is the oldest company in America right now. Now, a lot of these other companies will go out and claim, oh, but no, we've been around since before the Founding Fathers. But it's all about the name, right? You can get a company out there who claims that they've been around, since 1700s. But if they've conducted a name change, then they really haven't. Their brand has changed. Tabasco has stayed consistent across the board. So, love it or hate it, you gotta give respect for that. This is a really good beer. So, quote of the day. This one I'm drawing on might be familiar to some of y'all, especially philosophy majors. By the way, philosophy majors, listen, all I ask is when I say extra jalapenos, can you please put extra jalapenos on there? Thank you. So, this quote is from Friedrich Nietzsche, right? What's done out of love takes place beyond good and evil. Pretty interesting. Now, I interpret that as, it's its own motivator, you know? I mean, we have set standards for good, we have set standards for evil. You go out and kill someone, evil. You go out and kill someone with the law on your side, you're good. Let's just stop the police argument here. I don't want that stuff in the comments section, all right? Just relax. So, this shows that, love is a force all in of itself, which you may find true. Love can make people do some really crazy shit, you know? So, just fun little, excerpt. So, all right, well, I think that concludes our viewer broadcast. Thank you again for watching, and if you like this video, if you have any tips or suggestions, let me know. And please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. All right, thank you.